What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another one of my videos. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and start off with our usual Bitcoin update. So if you guys have been watching my last couple videos, you know that I've been talking about how I wouldn't be shocked at all if Bitcoin does have a pullback on the daily time frame. And as of right now, I still think that is very likely. If you look at the stochastics right now, we are still extremely overbought. Oftentimes when you see extremely overbought stochastics, it is likely that you have a pullback. So don't be shocked if we see price action come back down and retest the 200-day moving average, which is this yellow line right here. Now I do also want to be clear though, it is Sunday, so the weekly candle does close tonight. So don't be shocked if we see major volatility here in a few hours. In general though, this has been a very strong move for Bitcoin on the daily. And again, I'm saying we might pull back, but this is the daily time frame. I'm very bullish still on the weekly time frame. When you look at the weekly, we appear to still have a perfect support and resistance flip. Previous resistance now becomes support. And the candle that wicked down to this level closed as a bullish engulfing candle. And we've had two green candles on top of that. In addition, this current green candle looks like it could close above the 21-day moving average. This is a very important level to get back above. But again, this candle closes tonight, so we'll see where we actually close. But then you pair all of this with the fact that the M2 global liquidity has been breaking out since January. And as a lot of you guys probably know, M2 global liquidity usually front runs breakouts. A lot of times that we've seen it breaking out, Bitcoin has had a breakout afterwards. Global liquidity breaking out, Bitcoin breaks out later. Same thing right here, same thing right here. And now it looks like we might be seeing the same thing again. So in my eyes, Bitcoin still looks very good on the larger time frames, but the smaller time frames might need a pullback. Now, if we look at Turbo is doing phenomenal right now. Turbo's back to a $363 million market cap. And in my last video, Turbo was starting to break out, but it hadn't reached its peak yet. I was talking about how I wanted to see price action get back above this previous support level. And you can see we broke straight through that level. But what's so impressive about Turbo right now is Turbo's volume. So you can see right now that it's down a little bit from where it peaked, but it's still 310 million. A couple days ago, Turbo's volume was like 600 or 700 million. It was almost double the market cap. That is absolutely insane for a project of this size. And I'll be honest with you guys, this is the exact kind of thing that I am looking for when the market starts to reverse. You want to see projects that start showing strength immediately, and Turbo was a perfect example of that. It shows you that a lot of people were waiting on the sidelines for the market to start reversing. Now I will say, similar to Bitcoin, don't be shocked if Turbo does have a little pullback in the short term. We have had a very strong move, but nothing runs forever. So Turbo itself could use a pullback, but also if Bitcoin and Ethereum pull back, then it could also impact Turbo in that regard. But honestly, there's not a whole lot to talk about for Turbo today specifically. If you look at their X account, they're up to 110,000 followers, but they're still posting on here every single day, keeping their community engaged. There hasn't really been any crazy news that's come out recently though. And honestly, this is part of the reason that I'm very bullish on Turbo. It didn't take a major catalyst to cause a Turbo explosion. All it took was Bitcoin and Ethereum having a couple green candles. So if for some reason this is your first Turbo video, then keep your eyes on this project. I have been saying for months now that I believe Turbo has one of the strongest communities out there. They truly can compete with any meme coin. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. As a lot of you guys know, my Discord's just over 1 year old and we've already called 6 different 200x projects as a community. And one of my most recent buy alerts was for Turbo at a $116 million market cap. So you guys could have been up 3x from that buy alert. And even just over the last couple days, we've made some very nice gains on Sato. I first added Sato to my consideration list at a 77k market cap, and yesterday it ran to 900k. So you guys could have been up well over a 10x. So if this is the kind of community that you guys would like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you guys are still bullish on Turbo. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.